I'll record to the computer and hopefully not run out of space. Okay, so we're going to start today on our feet. Okay, and just bring your feet out to a hip width distance, knees not locked, and shoulders nicely back and down. So standing nice and upright. Imagining that nice thread kind of holding your body and holding your head up towards the ceiling. Now just take a couple of breaths just to kind of center yourself, get yourself ready for the hour ahead. So breathe in through the nose, feeling your ribs and your belly both expand. And then breathe out. Belly button draws inwards and your rib cage closes back in together. So breathe in. Belly and ribs expand out towards your hands if you have your hands in position. And then breathing out, belly and ribs both move in away from the hands. Good. One more nice big deep breath. Lovely. And then some nice rolls backwards of the shoulders. Good. And then into nice big full arm circles. So stretching all the way up. And then circling all the way back and down. Good. Kind of squeezing your shoulder blades together in your back on the way down. Good. And then hands down either side of the body and come into a little bit of a side bend, just reaching your hand down the outside of each leg. Good, and then back into the center, breathe in, shoulders back. And then breathing out, just come down into a nice forward roll down. Feeling each vertebra kind of falling forwards one over the other. Take a nice breath in at the bottom. And then exhale, slowly rise again, restacking the bones one on top of the other. Nice breath in at the top, shoulders back. And then exhale, round shoulders and roll down. Good. Breathe in when you're at the bottom. And then exhale to rise, restacking the bones. Good. And one more of those. Exhale, roll down. And then just stay in this forward fold position. Lift your hands up to the elbows. And just allow your body, the shoulders and the head and the arms just to hang and start to sway slightly from side to side and just feel a really nice stretch down the center of your back and down the backs of the legs. Your knees don't have to be completely locked, your legs don't have to be straight. So keeping a little softness in the knees and just allowing the heaviness of your head and your arms to kind of stretch everything out. Then take a nice breath in, releasing the hands, and breathe out. Curl yourself back to upright, and roll the shoulders back. Good. Okay, then moving down to our feet. So we're going to alternate just lifting each heel up off the floor. So first of all, just lift your right heel off the floor, and then switch, lift your left. And then switch, and switch. And then start to speed it up a little bit as if you're just very lightly touching the heels down onto the ground. Good. Clickety click, go my feet. Good, and then both heels down. And then just start to rock backwards and forwards. Lifting the toes And then coming up onto your toes. Lovely. Okay, good. Then bring the arms out either side. We're just going to do a little bit of balance work. So you have your arms out to balance you. If you need to, feel free to stay close to a wall or something if you feel a wee bit wobbly. All right, so we're going to start off just lifting our right leg up. Knee comes up in front of the hip, sort of level with your hip. Then drop the leg down again. You can touch the foot down to the floor. And then take your right leg out to the side. But trying not to lean over with your body. So just lifting the leg as high as you can. Back into the center, stay with this right leg. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. I'm all wobbly myself. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Trying to keep it nice and slow and controlled. Lift and lower. And try your best not to touch the foot down in between if you can. So just sort of hovering the foot off the floor. Okay, now swap over, let's do the other leg. Give the arms a wee shake if you need to. And then lift them back up again. Knee up to hip level, and then down, out to the side, back, lift, and down, out to the side, and in, good. And one more, knee lift up, and out to the side. Good. And just shake out the arms. Okay. Now, if you bring your feet together, so we're squeezing thighs and feet and glutes all nicely together. We're going to do a few wee squats again from this position. So starting off just ordinary squats where we reach the arms forwards when we go down into our squat. Okay, so shoulders back to begin with. And then when you breathe in, push down, bending the knees, pushing the thumb out behind, reaching the arms forwards. Then a nice exhale to power up and take the arms back. Good, and again. Good, breathe in and out. In and out. Good. Four more. Good, last two. Perfect. Now lift the arms up. Feet stay in the same position, but arms now come up just hands beside the ears. Now the same idea. Breathe in, come down into your squat, and then breathe out. Push up. Breathe in, trying not to round forwards, and then breathe out. Push up. So keeping those elbows wide and trying to not let them come round in front of your shoulders. So trying to keep the elbows always in the same sort of line as your shoulders. Good. Breathe in and out. Squeeze the glutes when you're coming back up. 5 more, I think. Good. So hopefully you're feeling this kind of across your spine as well. It's a very good exercise for strengthening the back muscles. Last one. Okay. And then the final one with the feet in this position. We're going to start with the arms up, Come down, then open the arms out, and then bring the arms back, and then push up, okay? So breathe in, squat down, then breathe out, open the arms. Breathe in, arms back. Breathe out, push up. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. I lost you all there. Hopefully you seem to be back. And back up. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep on going, in and out, in and out. Lovely. In and out, in and out. 3 more. Down, open the arms, back together, press up, keep squeezing the glutes. Down, open, back, press up. Good. Down, last one, open, back, and press up. Lovely. Okay, release the arms, shake out the arms, shake out the legs. Good. All right, then we're going to come into a V stance with our feet. I'm not sure if you can see my feet from the angle of the camera. But yeah, feet heels together and toes apart. So you're in the V stance position. And we're going to look like ballerinas now, okay? So take a nice breath in and just come up onto your tiptoes and take the arms out to the side. And then lower. Breathe in and out. In and out. Good. Arms coming up just level with the shoulders. And again, we're trying to sort of linger up on our tiptoes for a second or so. Good, 2 more, breathe in and out. Last one, breathe in and out. Lovely, hopefully feeling that really in the glutes and your calves as well. Okay, now we're going to go into a little sort of plie squat. So still with your feet in this nice V stance position. This time as you breathe in, just bend the knees a little out to the side, just as far as you can manage. And arms out. Then exhale, push up, and again, out, and in, out, in, and out. Good, keep on going. Five more. Last 2, last 1. Lovely. Now step your feet out really wide, so sort of wider than your shoulders, still with the feet the toes pointing out. So we're going to go into some nice wide sort of sumo squat style, okay? So again, first of all, just opening the arms out to the side as we go down into the squat, okay? So breathe in, and then breathe out. Arms together, knees or legs straight. Breathe in, and out. Good, in, and out. Check that your knees are going in the same direction as your toes. So there should be, if you have your toes pointing out, your knees are also going out. Your knees aren't pointing towards the front. Good. Two more. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to lift up one heel up off the floor. So I don't mind which one you start with. We're going to do 5 squats with one heel lifted, then 5 with the other heel lifted, and then we'll try some with both of our heels lifted. See how that works. Okay, so lift up one heel off the floor, breathe in, squat down, exhale, keep that knee or the heel lifted, 4 more, breathe in and out, in and out, 2 more, in and out, in and out. Good, drop that heel down, lift up the other one and into your squats. Breathe in and out, in and out. Good, in and out. 2 more. Last one. And drop the heel down. Okay, now we're going to try coming up onto both of our tiptoes. So you might need to bring the feet a wee bit closer together if you're like me. So heels lifted, get your balance sort of sorted, and then breathe in and out. Wibbly wobbly. Breathe in and out. Really use your glutes. Good. Breathe in and out. Good. In and out. How do you all look so much steadier than me? Down and up. Down and up. Good. 4 more. Drop the heels down at any point if you need to, if you're cramping up or anything nasty. Whoops, last 2, I think. And up. Well done, heels down. Okay, shake out the wee feet. Maybe do a little bit of that alternating of lifting each heel up off the floor, just to sort of walk it out a little bit. Perfect. All right. Now, feet back into this nice wide stance position. And we're going to do, I'm all out of breath after that one. We're going to do a little bit of a standing saw. Okay, so arms out to the side. Now take a nice breath in. Then on your out breath, we're going to twist over to the right and then bend forwards, bringing that left hand round towards the outside of your right foot. Good. Then breathe in, come back up into the center. Breathe out, twist to the other side, bend forwards, little finger round to the outside of the little toe. Double exhale. Breathe into the center, shoulders down, arms long. Breathe out, twist and bend. Breathe in. Breathe out, twist and bend. Breathe in. Breathe out, twist and bend. Good. Now slow this down as much as you need to. And don't worry if you're getting closer to kind of knee rather than foot. That's okay. And try to be fairly relaxed in the legs. So a little softness in the knees is fine. We don't need the knees, we don't need the legs even to be completely straight. Good, last couple. Last one to this side. Breathe in, reach long, and last time to this side. Back to the center and relax. Good, a little bit more, just walking out the feet. And then one last one before we go down to the floor. Okay, so again, still quite a wide stance. And arms out to the side to begin with. Okay, so we're going to come down into a sumo squat position. So breathe in, knees go wide. Then exhale, twist over to one side, spine twist. Breathe in through the center, knees stay bent. Exhale, twist to the other side. Breathe in, stay down, breathe out. Twist, breathe in, breathe out. In to the center, out to the side. In to the center, out to the side. Good, back to the center and stand. Give the legs a little rest. We'll do that 2 more times. Okay, now if your arms are getting tired, just cross them over your chest and do the spine twist with the arms in that position. If you want extra, if you're watching this back again, you can even do it with wee weights in your arms as well, in your hands. Okay, arms out, shoulder height. Come down into your sumo squat. Breathe in. And then breathe out, twist. Breathe in and out. In and out. Good, in and out. Good, in and out. In and out. Back to the center, one more each side. Back to the center and stand. Little shake out. One more round, then onto the floor. Okay. So arms out. Come down, breathing in. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Lovely. Keep it going. One more to each side. Center and stand. Wow, we can really feel that in those thighs. Lovely. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms, and then move down to the end of your mat. And we're going to come down onto the floor. Let me see. There we go. Okay, so standing up nice and tall at the end of your mat. Nice breath in. And then on your exhale, roll yourself forwards, walking the hands out. And come down onto your hands and your knees. Lovely. All right. So hands are now underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We'll start just with a little bit of cat-cow. Breathe in, push the belly down, push your tailbone up, look forwards towards the end of your mat. And then on the exhale, round the shoulders, tuck the chin towards your chest and look back towards your thighs. A couple more of those. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to go into a little bit of, I'm going to do quite a lot of sort of diagonal stuff tonight. Stuff working all across the sort of, the whole, you know, from opposite shoulder down to opposite hip. Okay, so starting off with our opposite arm and opposite leg extension. So reaching them out long and then lifting them up to hip height and shoulder height. Lower back down, come back into starting position. Then the other side, extend arm and leg, and then lift to shoulder height and hip height, lower, and come back in. Good, just keep on alternating. Left arm, right leg. And then right arm and left leg. Good, breathe in, come back to the center. Breathe out, extend. Good. Extend and lift. Good. Extend and lift. All right, now on this next one, whatever side you're on, I want you to come out and just hold the arm and the leg in this position for a good number of breaths, maybe 4 to 5 breaths. Nice, deep, long breaths. Oh dear, something's kicking off in my kitchen downstairs. I don't know if the sound travels up to Zoom or not. Last breath. And then lower, come back down. And then do the other side, arm and leg, extend, lift, reach, and hold as you breathe. Keep pressing down into the floor with your opposite, with the leg and the foot that are resting on the ground. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. One last breath. And come back in. Good, just push the bum back down onto your heels. Take a wee moment. Take the weight off your wrists. You can rest your forehead down on the ground if you like. Or just stay more up in this sort of a position, just whatever's comfortable for you, whatever allows you to stretch out a little bit and get your breath back. Good, okay, then come back up, hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I'll just show you this way, because you might not really see it from the side. So what we're going to do this time is just open the arm and the leg out in opposite sides. Okay, so you're taking everything out to the side. So if we start with our right leg and our left arm, and we're going to do about 10 on each side rather than alternating, okay? So take a nice breath in, and then on your out breath, with a bent knee and a bent elbow, open everything out to the side. And then lower down, just hovering in but not resting down. And then lift. Good, and lower. Lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. Obviously, if you need to put the hand and knee down in between, go on ahead and do that. 5 more. Good. 3, 4, and 5. Lovely. Take a wee moment just to kind of get yourself back down onto the floor, and then we'll do the other side. So nice breath in, and then when you're ready, on the exhale, open knee and elbow out to the side, and lower. Good. Up and down. Up and down. Lovely. 5 more. Last 2. Good, well done. Hands and knees both back down onto the floor. And just push back again into your nice shell stretch relaxation pose just for a moment. Taking the weight off the wrists. You might want to do a few circles of the hands, circles inwards and outwards, just to kind of mobilize those wrists after all the weight bearing of the last few exercises. Good. Okay, then we're going to come down into our half rollbacks. So come down into the center of your mat with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, sitting nice and upright through your spine. So not rounded just yet. We start nice and upright. Now, if you need to, if you're a beginner, you can just keep your hands in underneath your knees and leave out any of the arm opening that we're doing as we move through this, okay? Just always adapt it to suit your own level. So I'll start with the hands in behind the knees. Take a breath in, and then on your out breath, draw the abs in, lead with the pelvis, round your shoulders, chin draws in towards the chest. Start to roll yourself backwards, halfway, pause before your spine reaches the ground and breathe in. And then breathe out, tightening in the abs and sitting yourself back up, using the hands for support if you need, okay? If you don't, let's release the hands to about chest height and shoulder width. Breath in, and then breath out. Roll down, good. Pause, inhale, and then exhale. Sit back up, breathe in and restack and reset the spine. Breathe out, roll down. Pause, breathe in, and then breathe out. Sit back up and restack. We're going to add in arm opening now. So exhale, lower. This time, as you inhale, open the arms out wide to the side. Feel your whole core really tighten and contract. Exhale as you close the arms and sit back up. Breathe in, reset. Breathe out, roll down. Breathe in, open the arms. Breathe out, closing the arms, sitting back up. Restack on your in-breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Exhale down. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Sit back up. Restack. Lovely. And restack. Brilliant. Keep on going. And restack. Always restacking and starting each roll back from a lovely straight upright spine position. Good. Getting a lovely rounding, open, round on the way back up and straightening. Good. 3 more. Restack. Good. Round and lower. Inhale. Exhale. Restack. Last one. Sit back up and restack. Well done. Okay, we're going to go all the way down onto the ground now. So starting with a nice straight spine. And then on your out breath, roll yourself down, but allow the spine to connect with the floor this time. Good. Okay, so we're going to start with the feet flat on the floor, but we're sticking with this kind of diagonal and across the whole front of your core work. Okay, so lift the arms up so your fingertips are up pointing towards the ceiling. You might like to come up onto your tiptoes as well, but if you don't want to, if your feet are crampy or whatever after all of the squats and everything we were doing before, just keep your heels down and keep your feet nice and relaxed. Okay, now we're going to take a breath in and allow your right knee to open out to the side as you take your left arm out to the side. Then use your out breath to draw everything back into the center. And then breathe in, open left knee out to the side, right arm, and then exhale, draw everything into the center. And just keep on alternating from side to side. Good. What we're trying to do is be able to move one knee or one leg without the other leg getting carried over. So what I mean by that is that when you, for example, take this left leg over, your right glute doesn't get lifted off the floor as well. So you're able to keep your right glute on the floor, your right knee pointing up to the ceiling as you take your left knee out to the side. Good. Okay, now we're going to add in a little bit. So we're going to take right knee out to the side, left arm out to the side, and then bring them back in. Then we're going to slide, same leg and same arm out. So slide the leg out, take the arm up overhead, and then bring them back into the center. Stay with this side, stay with this arm and leg. Right arm, or right leg, left arm. Back into the center, and then slide out, arm up overhead. Come back in. Good, knee out to the side, arm out to the side. Back into the center, and then stretch out long. Good. And two more with this leg. Back in. And stretch out long. Come back in. Did I say two more? We'll do one more. I'm so bad at keeping count, it's unbelievable. Good, stretch and back in. Good, now we'll swap over and do the other side. Left arm and left leg, and right arm. And back into the center. Then stretching leg out, taking arm up overhead. And back in. Good, out to the side. There's a lot of brain work involved here, so don't be disheartened if you're struggling to get the right limbs moving. It's all part of it. Pilates works your brain as well as your body. Good, stretch out and back. Open out to the sides. Bring back into the center. Stretch out long and back to the center. Out to the sides, back to the center. Stretch out long and back to the center. Last time, open out to the sides, back to the center, stretch out long and back to the center. Good. So I want you to either repeat that completely, just staying with your feet on the floor, or we're going to lift our legs up into the tabletop position. So hips and knees both at your 90 degrees and arms up towards the ceiling. And sort of repeat that, working just on one side for a little while before we switch sides. So we're going to start with our right leg and left arm. Okay, so we open everything out to the side first, right leg, left arm, and then back into the center, staying with these limbs, take them out long. Good, and back in. Out to the sides, and back in. Out long, and back in. Good, out wide, back in. Out long, back in. Out wide, back to the center. Out long, back to the center. Last time, out wide, back in. Out long, and back in. Good, swap over to the other side now. Left arm, left leg, and right arm, my goodness, and back in. Good, stretch out long, and back in. Out to the sides, and back in. Stretch out long, and back in. Out wide, back in. Out long, back in. Two more, out wide, back to the center. Out long, back in, Last one, out wide and back in. Out long and back in. Good, just give the knees a nice wee hugging to the chest, giving the lower back and the glutes a nice stretch. Lovely. All right, then put your feet flat down onto the floor, fairly close in towards the bum, and get your pelvis into a nice neutral position. So not completely tilted back and not completely tilted forwards. So just resting in the middle. Now hands just start off down on the floor beside you. We're going into some nice shoulder bridge. So take your breath in to prepare. Then on the out breath, tilt your pelvis back and then start to peel the spine up off the floor. Squeeze into your glutes, hold as you breathe in. And then exhale, lowering your spine back down onto the floor. And release pelvis forwards to a nice neutral position on your in-breath. Good, exhale, tilt the pelvis back, lift and peel the spine. Hold, breathe in. And then exhale, lower. Good. And release. Good. Two more, just with no extra frills. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower spine back down. Tilt pelvis forwards to neutral. Back, and then start into your lift. Hold, breathe in. And breathe out, lower. Okay, lovely. Now exhale, lift your hips up off the floor. Now we're going to hold the hips in this raised position. We're going to take the right arm up overhead. And then as we're lowering that right arm, we're going to lift the left arm up overhead. So we're kind of scissoring these arms. As one goes up, the other goes down. Keep on breathing. Breathing in as you lift them up through the center, breathing out as you take them down to the ground. Breathe in and out. Keep squeezing into your glutes. Good, one more. And then lower whichever arm was up, back down to the ground. And then lower both, or lower your spine back down to the floor as well. Good, release pelvis into neutral, take a breath in. And then exhale, lift the hips up one more time. This time we're going to work the legs, okay? So just lift right heel up off the floor, and then left. And then start alternating a little bit quicker. Right, and then left. Right, and left. Right and left, trying to keep the hips steady so you're not rocking in the pelvis. Lift and lift. You can even rest your hands lightly under the glutes as a little reminder not to let each side dip. Good, last couple. Good, and then both heels down and roll your spine back down to the ground. Give those knees a nice hug in. Good. Okay, then put your feet down onto the floor again. And we're going to lift our left foot, put it across to rest onto our right knee. Now, just for a moment, just push that left knee away from you with your hand. Good. Then if it's comfortable enough for you, we're going to lift our right foot off the floor, bringing the knee in towards the body. If you can, reach through and grab hold of the right thigh, reaching through that little triangle of space, and pull the right knee back in towards you. Now at the same time, use your left elbow to keep pushing that left knee away from you. And you should start to feel a really lovely deep stretch in around the left side, the left groin and the left glutes. Just hold and breathe. And keep trying to intensify the stretch a little. Now, if you're not able to reach through with your hands, you can use a resistance band or a towel or something, put that around the back of your thigh and then pull back onto the towel or the band if you can't quite reach around to grab the back of your thigh. Good, 1 or 2 more deep breaths. Lovely, and then release. And we're going to swap over and do the other side. So lift your right foot and put it over onto your left knee. And before we lift that left foot off the floor, just take a moment to gently push the right knee away from you with your hand. Good. Okay, then lift that left foot off the floor, drawing the knee in towards the body. Reach through, grab hold behind the left knee, back of the left thigh. Draw the knees in towards you. And at the same time, gently push your right knee away from you using your right elbow or even using your right hand if you can still pull back with your left hand on behind your left thigh. Good, and just hold and stretch, trying to get as deep into it as you can, but always listening out for any little twinges or warning signs from your own body. So finding the nice point that feels like you're getting a lovely stretch, but you're not overstretching or straining any of your muscles. Good. Okay, then put both feet flat down onto the floor again. And this time we're going to extend our right leg and take it nice and tall up towards the floor, up towards the ceiling. Okay? Now with our hands, we're going to kind of come up into a crunch and climb our hands up this leg. Okay, so if you start with your hands just behind that right leg, wherever you can manage, just down towards the bottom, below the knee. Take a breath in, and then on your out breath, you're going to lift your head and your shoulders, and just start to walk the hands up the back of that right leg. Draw the right leg in towards the body, and lift your head and shoulders up. Now this is a great strengthening move for so many muscles. You're really working the arms, you're really working the core, and you're also getting a lovely stretch into the back of the leg. Now keep breathing. Hold for 1 more breath. And then release your hands, lower your head and shoulders, and swap over. So right foot goes down, left leg goes up. Hands to the back of the left leg, breathe in. And then breathe out, lift head and shoulders, walk your hands up the back of the left leg. Start to draw the leg in towards the body. Good, chin in towards the chest. Keep on breathing. Lovely, a couple more breaths. Brilliant. And then relax, head and shoulders down. Keep your left leg up, bring your right leg up to meet the left. And we're going to do this a wee bit more dynamically now. So nice breath in, and then on your exhale, lift your head and shoulders up off the floor and reach up to grab behind the right calf if you can. If you're more behind the thigh, that's okay. Just try not to press onto the knee joint. Okay, now take a breath in, and then on your out breath, lower the left leg as you pull the right leg in towards the body. A little inhale as you switch, and then exhale, lower the right leg, pull the left leg in, and then switch. Let's speed it up a wee bit. As if
trying to kiss your knees. That's the sort of image that you're thinking of. Good. Last one on each side. Lovely. And then relax your head and shoulders down. Give the knees a little hug in towards the chest. Right hand onto right knee, left hand onto left knee. And we're just going to do some of those lovely big opening circles with the legs. It's just pushing the knees away, then taking them out nice and wide and using the hands to just draw them back in. Good, nice big circles of the hips. Lovely, and then taking a moment just to work the right leg, giving the lower back on that right side a nice little massage on the floor beneath you. Good, and then swap over, do the same on the left side. Good. And then both legs going in the same direction. I have to think about that for a while there. Just letting the whole lower part of your spine lift off the ground. And then change the direction of your circles. Just noticing how every little bit of your lower back feels. If there's anywhere that might have a little knot or tightness in it, feel free to sort of linger there, do a little bit of pulse, almost the sort of stretching you might want to do with a foam roller or something like that. Good. And then just rest, put both your feet down onto the floor. Maybe let your knees come in to rest against each other as you allow the body to just relax now. Settling down into the floor, maybe putting a hand onto your belly and a hand onto your ribs. Maybe allowing the eyes to close as well if you want to. And just finishing with some lovely, long, slow, deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose. Noticing the movement in the belly and the chest as you breathe. And then exhaling, long, slow exhale through the mouth. And again, just noticing the movement of the body with the exhale. Just continue breathing that way, your own length of breath, as deep as you can comfortably manage. Lovely. And then just when you're ready, coming back into the room, opening your eyes again, maybe wriggling your hands and your feet, stretching the body out long if you prefer, if you want to, if it feels comfortable. And that's your session finished. Well done. I'll hit stop on the old record.